Well, hello, hello, hello. We are here for Tuesday motivation and conversation, and I am continuing my conversations about AI with clarity. Of course, I'm so excited. The first cohort is about to launch, and so that's happening this week. So you still have time to get yourself um, registered and become a part of that. And remember that you can use code founding100 to save $100 off of your registration. You can go to bridgetmoody.com/AWC and get registered on the level that is most conducive for you and what you want to do. Now, remember, if you do the plus level, then you get your own AI employee. And don't worry, we're going to get it, help you get it onboarded and acclimated and help you with utilizing it, and so I think you're going to absolutely love it. And I think it's going to be a great asset to you, whether you are an entrepreneur, business owner, or you just a busy person who has a lot going on. Um, so don't want to hold you tonight, but I do probably be coming back on Friday, and I'm going to continue to have these conversations because I think it helps people who are trying to define this place and time and what we're doing, the trajectory of the AI era. Not only that, but how is it that I can determine how this is applicable for me and what it is that I can do to help myself be a little bit more literate around this subject matter. And take the opportunity to learn on a very um, basic level, but an important level so that you can grasp this information. So I want to talk about five things tonight. And of course, I have some notes. So if you see me glance down, I'm referencing my notes so I make sure that I don't miss anything that I want to share with you. So here again, I want to talk about the five ways that AI can help you starting today, even today, before you get to a class, before you do anything. What is it that it can do to help you right now? And so one of the questions that I hear most often is, what can AI actually help you do? Not 5 years from now, not someday, but today, right? Because you see so many things that are on social media, you see a lot of things that are posted. And of course, when things are posted, we go through them kind of quickly. And I observe that as well. And so I'm just looking at some of the things that I see out there. And so oftentimes they go through it so quickly, it's very hard for you to grasp. And even when you grasp it, it is knowing where to go inside of those tools to do the thing that you need to do. So I want to share these five practical ways that AI can begin to help you starting today, and hopefully that will give you some solace in that question, right? So number one, AI helps you communicate better. That's one of the premises of it. It helps you communicate better, which is why my whole thesis around AI literacy for me is to illuminate and optimize your human intelligence and your human judgment. Not that you're looking for AI to do the thinking for you or come up with the ideas all the time, but you need to initiate that and then allow it to be your thinking partner. So that's the premise of how we're working with AI with Clarity and AI Literacy Program. Okay. So whether you're writing an email, presenting presentations, responding to customers, or communications with your team, if that's in corporate or if that's as an entrepreneur or business owner, AI helps you organize your thoughts and communicate more clearly. And it doesn't replace your voice. It just helps to strengthen your voice. And I know for myself, I feel like I'm a pretty decent writer, but sometimes the punctuation may be off on something, or sometimes I can be writing and my tone is translated. Well, my AI assistant or I have an AI chief of staff. And so she'll say, okay, well, Bridget, I think you should soften that tone and be a little warmer here, and it'll translate a little bit more professionally on the other side when the person reads it. Because what we have to realize is that a lot of our communication is via text or emails, primarily emails. And so it's important that we get the tone right, that we get the punctuation right, that we get the flow right. And so this is what AI can help you do. So these are some of the things that it can help you do even today. And so you can practice that with a simple prompt about an email or asking it a question about reviewing an email and giving you some insight on how you could say something better. Or you can even say, help me say this better, right? Point number two, AI helps you save time. And I'll say that I have been looking for an opportunity inside of um, a corporate entity for contractual or fractional work. And so I took the opportunity to allow my chief of staff, which is an AI tool, AI agent, to help me construct a plan of action. And so it was interesting because I was able to take the plan of action, which was three different positions or three different resume positionings. And I used that. Number one, that was the framework. Number two, then it helped me to establish a list of companies that offered what I was looking for, right? And then after that, I took one resume at a time based on that positioning, and I looked for those opportunities around those positionings. And I was able to do 12 submissions in a day. Basically in a day, because I did most of them in one day, and the other three was in maybe a couple of hours. But my point is that it saved me a whole lot of time. The process of looking for opportunities, applying for the opportunities, understanding the job descriptions, because a lot of times there are things hidden in job descriptions. That's another thing if you are looking for work or opportunity or contractual work. AI can help you with the interpretation of some of those postings and helping you to really be clear about what perspective it's talking about. Sometimes it's acronyms that are, and I've noticed that there are a lot of acronyms in job descriptions or um, when there are postings, a lot of times there is lingo and jargon there that I mean, it could mean anything, and depending on what industry you're in, it could mean something totally different in a different industry. And so, all of that is time saving um, opportunity and time saving work. So many of us spend hours every week doing repetitive work. It may not be looking for a position or opportunity. It may be something else. It may be, preparing your grocery list or whatever. You can take a picture of your pantry or take a picture of your refrigerator and indicate what's there so that you can determine what you need. So there are a lot of different ways that it can help you. Meeting notes, research, planning, brainstorming, just kind of putting your thoughts out there and then allowing some form and organization to come to those thoughts. If you're drafting something to a vacation or whatever the case may be, and getting a vacation together, getting an itinerary, determining, getting some suggestions on what is available in the destination for which you're going to, all sorts of things, flights, hotels, you name it. So, I mean, just your practical, it's still summer. Um, so if you've already done your summer trip, you may be planning now for the holidays. So what do you want to do for Thanksgiving? What do you want to do for Christmas? If you want to do something different, you want to go to Rocky Mountains or you want to go, wherever, Colorado, you want to go to the mountains for the holidays. So there are a lot of different ways that it can help you to plan. Um, so here again, it helps reduce the time you spend starting from scratch, so that you can spend more time refining your work. And I know me, I have a lot of things that are going on every day. And to feel productive that I've checked out 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 things in a day is huge. I mean, huge. Because when you have to start from scratch, writing things, reviewing it, going over it, checking it, it takes a lot of time. And so they're only, when 8 to 10 hours is what I try to stay within per day as an entrepreneur, but when you're in an office, pretty much you got 8 hours, right? And so when you can utilize these tools to help you think differently about how you are doing what you do, it really, really does make a difference. Number three, AI helps you think more strategically. One of the things that I've said to people, I mean, really often here lately, is that utilize AI to help you be better. Learn how to think strategically. When you have updated prompts and when it increases information output for you, read that information. Don't just, I mean, you got to read the information because sometimes the platforms will hallucinate and sometimes it'll give you information that has nothing to do with what you ask it. So you've got to make sure that you read that information. But here again, one of my favorite ways to use AI is asking it for answers. It's asking it better questions, right? So it's not asking it for answers, it's asking it better questions. And when you ask it better questions, then you get different output and responses. So AI can help you explore ideas, compare options, identify risk, think through decisions. But here again, the final judgment is yours. So just like I stated, those examples, buying a home, going on vacation, planning an agenda, planning a party, whatever it is, it can help you with those things. But you want to focus on asking it better questions. So don't resolve to just vague questions. You want to make sure that your questions are in depth. The question can be compound. It doesn't matter. The more in depth the question and more specific the question is, the better your output is going to be. And you can also take the opportunity to ask it to update that prompt for you. And that gives you an opportunity to learn more strategically how to utilize it. So here again, number 3, it helps you think more strategically. Number 4, AI helps you stay organized. And this is super important. You can even ask it to do things while you are in the process of utilizing it during your particular session. So for instance, I was working on my project for looking for my roles. And so I said, we're at role number, whatever it was. And so then it gave me a list what I had applied for and what that role was about, yada, 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 the name of the company, so forth and so on. And I was like, man, this is cool. So I don't even have to worry about keeping up with a spreadsheet and the whole nine. And then I said, well, hey, lock this in so that I don't forget what I need to do to follow up and who I need to follow up with, the date, all the things, all the content, all the major information about the role. So it helps you whether you're organizing a project, such as what I was doing, priorities, notes, goals, workflows. It can help bring structure to any information that you may be otherwise feeling overwhelmed about. Because sometimes we can get a lot of content. And when we get a lot of content, which is why this AI literacy program is important, because teaching you how to work with an influx of content coming from AI. There are ways that you can do it that will help to keep you on task and on focus, because if not, it will give you information you don't ask for. It will give you commentary in between questions that you don't ask for. So there's a way to align that so that it stays focused. So that's a good tip that we're going to talk about. And then number 5, AI can help expand your capacity. So, this is where it becomes even more exciting because there's so many other things that you can do. Think of it as a trusted thinking partner, an AI assistant, right? And I have a whole AI team that I work with. I have agents that I build, so forth and so on for various industries. So if you're interested in that, definitely reach out to me. But think of AI as a trusted assistant that helps you prepare, organize, brainstorm, and create. And when I say create, the sky's the limit. There's so many things you can do, not because it replaces your expertise, but because it gives you more capacity to focus on the work only you can do. And so there are thoughts that you have, only you have those thoughts. So it can help you to optimize those thoughts and explore a whole different concept about those thoughts, probably beyond what you probably would have thought. However, you initiated it, because if you don't give it the idea, it can't explore the idea. It's not going to come up with an idea that's resting in your spirit. You have to then reveal that. And once you reveal that, it can help you to take that to another level. So those are a few ways that it can help you today. I mean, you can just start exploring it, whether you have a free account or a paid account, whether that's ChatGPT, Claude, or Gemini. You can use either of those platforms and you will see how it will help to develop your thought process and give you more capacity. So here again, I just wanted to share some tips that could help you right today. And just think about it. We're going to explore even further with an AI with Clarity cohort number one and the AI literacy program. So AI isn't about it's not about becoming more dependent on the technology. It's about learning. It's just like when the internet came out. It was learning how to best use it for what it is that you're doing, and to help you be better with what it is that you're doing. So that's why I created the AI with Clarity, because it's not about becoming more intentional with your time. I mean, it is about becoming more intentional with your time and your thinking and your decisions. That's where you want to focus, because those are the things that you want to capitalize on. Those are the things that you want to increase capacity for. So that's why this program was created, to help everyday professionals develop practical AI literacy that they can apply immediately. And so the more you understand that you help the tool to function, I think the better you are. And you begin to really trust those ideas and your human intelligence and your human judgment. So you have to always remember that AI is the tool, but clarity is the advantage. Okay. Um, so I'd love for you to send a question, respond to this. If there's anything else that you can think of that would be a question, that would be great. Uh, for instance, in the comments, just, if AI could save you 1 hour a day, and I've asked this question before, what would you do with that extra time? Would you run an errand? Would you do laundry? Would you start your dinner? Um, what would you do with that extra time? Would you spend it with family? Would you use it in your business? Would you learn something new? Would you use that for team building? I mean, in the comments, just tell me what that would be. And so then I have one challenge I want to leave with you, and then the next time we'll talk about it. So before next week's conversation, or the next time, because I may be back before the end of the week, choose one repetitive task and ask AI to help you complete it. Then ask yourself, did it save me time? Think about how much time you've contributed to this task before. And then, did it improve the quality of your work based on how you did it before and how it helped you do it? And then, what would you do differently the next time? Okay. These are small experiments that you can do, but it will build lasting confidence to help you trust the tool to help you do the work better. Okay. So, here again, I just want to give you some things to just kind of think about. Here again, I'm exploring every day on the different kinds of things that I can do with AI in my business, as I am developing different things, even as, one second, the new book that I just released, Decision Debt. I used it to help me with some things in a different perspective. Um, I mean, I have been writing for 10 years now, but I am very, very proud of how this particular product came out. And I'm telling you, I'm thrilled at how it came out. And so if you have not picked up your copy of Decision Debt, you'll want to do that. This is it's one of my best works. Now, there's still some opportunities. So there were some things that I noticed, but at the end of the day, you still have the opportunity to make final decisions on anything you do. And so I was able to determine whether or not I wanted to use this perspective. But anyway, I like the results and how it turned out. And so it helped me to produce this amazing product. And so here again, go to bridgetmoody.com, get registered. If you haven't got Decision Debt, get Decision Debt. And listen, we're going to prepare you for everything that you need. You'll have a field guide, you'll have your examples, you'll have your vocabulary. We're going to go through session by session. And don't forget, we'll have in-person sessions, right? So our first two are going to be virtual, and then the next two are going to be in person. And then after that, every month we'll have one virtual session, and we'll have 3 in-person sessions every month. I'm looking forward to seeing you at AI with Clarity, the AI literacy program. This is for everybody, Lottie, Dottie, and everybody. And don't forget, use coupon code founding100 and save $100 on that. That's not gonna last forever. So that's for an introductory time. So make sure you grab a friend, y'all get registered, and I'll see you in session.